Yo, what's going on, guys? Bennie here, and welcome back for another video. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my custom LEGO Bowser's Fury Mount Magmeow expansion set. If you go on to enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe down below. Doing both those things helps out my channel like so much, so it would really mean a lot to me if you guys do end up enjoying today's video and subscribing and liking and all that stuff. Big shout out to this subscriber for having such an amazing idea. Remember, if you guys want a shout out in one of my future videos, make sure to subscribe and also comment down below your ideas for future LEGO Super Mario sets, or just any ideas of custom sets that you guys have. I'm not going to spend too much time on the intro this time around because there's a lot of stuff that I want to cover in today's video. This expansion pack is honestly one of my favorites of the Bowser Fury line that I've made so far. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump right into today's custom build. Okay, so the first character that we're going to be taking a look at in this set is Gigant Mario. Now, this is sort of a character, but it's more of like a power-up pack included in this set. Gigant Mario is the exact same as Cat Mario, but it just has like a new hat mold for him. It follows like the same design as Cat Mario, but it just has like the same design as he is in game with like that flame cat fur that's like coming out of his hat. It looks pretty weird, but it honestly looks pretty similar to how the game design looks. I always kind of thought the game design looked a little weird, but yeah, the interactive Mario is not included in this set. However, you can get him in the starter course, and then you can combine that with this expansion set, giving you, Gigant Mario. This is a great nod to the Bowser Fury game, and I feel like it doesn't need to have like its own cool, unique power-up, like it doesn't need to be like invincible or anything like that. The mold for the top of the head would probably be like a rubber material to it instead of being like a really hard plastic. I think that would look pretty cool. Also, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to VVM Mario over on Deviantart. He came up with the design for the Gigant Mario suit. It looks really amazing, and I want you guys to go, there's a link in the description, so make sure to go check out his Deviantart page. He does a lot of cool stuff. So the first character that we're going to be taking a look at is the Cat Goomba. Now, this is actually the Goomba, but it's like cat-ified, I guess you would say. In the Super Mario 3D World games, the Cat Goomba in those games look different from the Cat Goomba in Bowser's Fury, because the Goombas from Super Mario 3D World are just regular Goombas with the cat bell, or like the cat power-up. But in Bowser's Fury, the Cat Goombas are just Goombas, but like catified. Like they're like local to like Lap Cat or whatever. Anyways, this is the same design as the other one that I did, only this one has ears. I actually forgot to include the ears on my last design of this character, but everything else is the exact same. It even has the little rubber tail piece in the back, and the interactive Mario tile is a round back. Alright, and the last character in this set is the Cat Fire Bro. Now, the only thing cat about this character is it has a little tail in back, which you can see kind of poking out the shell. The accessory that is included in this is like a little minifigure head that's transparent red. It also has like a little decoration piece that you can hold on to with the minifigure, and that just connects to the head. So it kind of looks like he's shooting out the fireball out of his hand. This character is honestly pretty cool. Sadly, I couldn't add the cat ears on top. I didn't really know how to go about it, and it looked kind of odd to me. The helmet is just made up of a bunch of different special plates with those 2x1 flat tiles just kind of circling around it. There's also a little flat tile circle on the top. That's just that red color. This character has 3 separate prints, one for the eyes, one for the nose, and one for the belly. And he also comes with those red Mario feet, which is kind of cool. The build for this character is pretty much the exact same as a Koopa Troopa, but just made into a Fire Bro. There's also a different color variation for the bottom lip and also the top one. That's actually a reference to the game. All the Fire Bros have that different color variation, so yeah. And that's pretty much it for all the characters. Let's move on to the builds. Okay, so the build for the set is pretty extravagant. This is honestly one of my favorite custom builds I've made. Let's start off from left to right. Starting off at the far left, we have this little black tile, and it's like that black goop stuff I've mentioned in my previous videos. It's like if you get hit by it, it like damages you. It's kind of similar to lava, but there's just like one little spike that's coming out of there. You can connect that to your Bowser's Fury area, like where the main Bowser is in my other expansion set. Moving over from there, we have like a little tiny island or like a little pillar that's coming out of the water that just has like a little brick with some arches on it that resembles a bush. In the game, those bushes have like 2 little ears because everything in this game is a cat, but this was the only piece that like really resembled it, so I just decided to use this piece. Moving on from there, we just have a little stand where you can put either like your Goomba or your Fire Bro. That is just kind of simple, you know. It's just a 2x2 with like a little 1x1 stud in there. You could either go over to the mountain, or you could go over to just like another little pillar that's coming out of the water that has a little white flower. Now in the game, the white flowers that are on this mountain have little paws on them, which is really cute because, you know, everything in this game is a cat. But this was kind of the only piece that really resembled it. So again, like the bushes, it's just a regular flower. Moving on to the main mountain build. The mountain is honestly one of my favorite parts of this whole set. I really like the design and honestly like all the different curving parts to this. It's like really slopey, so like you can see there's a bunch of different cheese slope and like flat tiles. It's really smooth, you know. The main base of this whole build is actually with big ugly rock pieces, or bergs in the LEGO community. You know, there's some corner ones, there's some smaller ones, and there's like the bigger ones. Those are kind of just like all over the place. I'll point them out as we go along. I used at least like 30 different cheese slope pieces just to give it like a nice curvy look. I tried not to leave any open studs where Mario can't stand on this build, so everywhere where there was one, I just kind of put like a cheese slope piece, and it looks really nice. It's also sitting kind of on like a pool of lava, which is kind of cool as well. But let's move on to like the main interaction with this set, which I personally love. So the main interaction with this set is actually like this railway with a switchboard. Now the switchboard is kind of confusing. If Mario stands on one side of it, it goes one way, and if Mario stands on the other side of it, it goes the other way. Now I tried my best with this, and honestly it looks great, but I don't know if this was in hand how this would interact. I put some interacting tiles on there for Mario, so if he stands one way, it can go one way, or if he stands the other, it can go the other. But if I'm honest, I think you would have to control it manually. Like, I don't think it would go down and go back up the mountain if you just set Mario there. You would definitely have to like control it. And you can see there's a few parts where like it switches levels, or like the beams are kind of there. You kind of just have to move the whole thing like off of one track onto another, which kind of sucks, but at least it doesn't like fold down. And by that I mean like the main switchboard doesn't like go down inside of the tracks, which is kind of cool. It stops. That is because the corners are like kind of resting on the tracks, but still, I mean, I did the best that I could. I think it looks amazing. There are some custom bendable rails that kind of just go along the mountain. The whole railway kind of just goes around the mountain, and it works pretty well, you know. Where the first level change is over by this little pillar. Now this has to be there for stability. It's pretty much just gravity, you know. If Mario's on there, I know it's not gonna hold just with one little flimsy rod, so you have to put like a little beam in there, like a support beam, I guess, just to kind of support it. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it in retrospect, you might want to, if I was like redesigning this set, I would want to put it further back, maybe parallel to the mountain. Anyways, that little pillar is pretty simple. It just has another one of those bush pieces, and yeah. Next up, we have the next little platform switch for the switchboard that you have to like manually do. Now this is kind of just like the holding area, and Mario can go on that little tile right there that's inside of the mountain. If you couldn't already tell, the mountain is resembling like a cat's face. In fact, we'll take a look at the front side of it in a second. You can also see a bit of texturing in the lava. There's just 1x1 little clear flat tiles in there, so that's just attention to detail. Here's the back of the mountain. This is honestly just kind of just some random flat tiles, if I'm honest. If you couldn't already tell, there's actually two different colors of brown. There's a lighter color of brown that's mainly prominent on the top part of the build. In the game, it's supposed to be like more gray, but it like transitions from the main brown, or like the reddish brown. So I decided to have it be like a lighter brown up top and a reddish brown on the bottom. Here is the front section for like the face of the mountain. You can see there is 4 different printed tiles. I love the look of those. They all just kind of resemble these like jagged eyes on the mountain. Those are taken pretty much directly from the game. I really like the look of those, if I'm honest. I think it just makes it kind of like the mountain come alive, and it looks super accurate to the game. The scale, of course, for the mountain is a little bit off because in game the mountain is huge. Oh, and there's also some just like lava in the ears as well. I actually did test it in the game, and if you jump and do some parkour from the top of the mountain and hit that lava, it still counts as killing you in the game. So that's just a little fun fact. Anyways, there's just like a pile of different cheese slope in brown pieces on top just to kind of give it that jagged look. The box for this set does say expansion pack, and it has 759 pieces, including the cat suit. Excuse me, the Giga Cat suit. This is, of course, a Bowser's Fury set, so the Bowser Fury logo is actually there. Lego Mario isn't included in this set, sadly. The box does show off the set in a little more detail, which is kind of nice. The set number is 71411, which is just a random set number. The name of the set is Bowser's Fury Mount Magmeow, which is just a mouthful. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. Let's move on to all of the Bowser Fury sets all together. All right, and here is all of the different Bowser's Fury sets that I have made so far. If you want to see any of the reviews for these, there'll be a card in the top right to all of these videos, and also a link in my description probably. If not, just go to my channel. You can find them all there. I love the design of this. I think it looks so great. You know, the set with all of the other sets, it just, oh man, it just looks awesome. Anyways, what do you guys think about this set? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is one of my favorite sets that I've ever made. I love the brown design, and I love all the characters in this set. I love getting like a super interactive part of the set where it's like the switchboard and stuff, and it rolls down the mountain and up the mountain, even though you have to kind of do it manually, but whatever. I love how it interacts with all the other sets, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, if your back is hurting, go to a chiropractor. Okay, goodbye.